I'm going to take a couple of different things. The primary one being the mental health issues that both start in pregnancy and continue. And this comes from personal experience. My first pregnancy was difficult from the mental health perspective. I hadn't had depression before, and poof, what is this? And it's kind of like what most people say, but you're fine. You have a job, you're healthy. What's wrong with you? Why are you having nightmares? Why are you upset? Why are you scared? Why, all of these questions, and it made me feel worse about having bad emotions or negative emotions, which only got worse after I had a beautiful baby who was smart and who was happy, but crying all the time. And I couldn't figure out why she was crying all the time, which just made me cry all the time. And again, you run into this. Now, this is not a health disparity issue, or maybe it was, I don't know, because I still looked like this back then. But nobody really screened for depression, for postpartum depression. It was kind of blown off as just get over it. One of those, you're just crying because she's colicky. And actually, she was probably crying because I was colicky, not the other way around. So I think paying attention to mental health is something that's very important. Pregnant women, after they deliver, become postpartum women who go for a postpartum checkup. And the primary thing we should be checking up on is not, have you stopped bleeding? But it really is, how do you feel? And that's something that we should definitely focus on, because that goes back to my thinking about women as the center of their families. I had planned to kind of express or kind of explain what I was talking about that, what I meant about that. When a woman feels well, she takes care of things better. Mm-hmm. If she's ill, she can't focus and function as the head of her family that well. We've always thought of men as the head of the family, but actually that's not necessarily the case, and especially in underprivileged families or historically excluded families, where there may be more of a disconnect in the family unit. Whether there's a family as in mother, father, and children, or whatever the family makeup is, it's always emotionally the woman who holds everybody together. She's the one who is making the calendar and making sure that everybody gets what they need at the end of the day. Everybody gets fed, everybody gets their stories told, everybody gets their complaints out, and she has to hold all of that. If she's already unhealthy, whether she's hypertensive, she's got migraines, she's got fibromyalgia, she's got diabetes that is now making her blind, or kidneys failing, or she's overweight, whatever it is, if she's not 100% healthy, she can't give back. And 99% of the people I see in my clinic, at least 99%, are not 100% in themselves. They're not even 50% well on some level. So they can't give back. And if she can't give back, she's not making decisions for her family. She's not making healthy decisions. If she's not healthy, then you know what? Her kids are not healthy. Her friends are not healthy because she's complaining to them. So if she's not healthy and her friends are not healthy, her community is not healthy. So the only way we're going to fix the community is by fixing the women of the community. And we can do that one woman at a time. If we treat each one woman for herself and take care of her beginning to end. And her beginning is always going to be her mental health. Because if she doesn't feel mentally well enough to deal with her own issues, she's not going to care about her sugar being high or her blood pressure being high or whether she picked up her own medication. She's got to feel good about herself and feel that she is worthy to take care of herself before she can take care of anything or anyone else. So that's where health begins. Health begins up here and in her value of herself. And right now, we as a global community don't really care about underprivileged women, women of color, women who look different, or women who don't speak our language, whatever that language is. If you don't know what I know, if I can't communicate with you comfortably in what I speak, you mean nothing. And that's unfortunate. We need to change that. We need to change that as a global community. And that's where understanding and giving up bias is really important.